We're where the fear begins. When I arrived at the empty campsite on the California coast, my car radio switched itself off. At that moment, I sensed something was wrong. The salty wind from the Pacific hit my face, the muffled roar of the waves shattering the silence of the night and then receding. The campground sign appeared under the headlights. Sunset Cove Campground. A single date was carved beneath it. Today. Why today? I wondered and worried, but I convinced myself it was just one night. Would you have turned back? I got out of the car. The pebbles crunched hard under my shoes. There was a smell, and it was strange, like wet seaweed, cold metal, and the bitter ash of a dying fire. The tent sites were empty, but the ashes in the fire pits were still warm. Someone had been here recently. My rational side said to leave. My weaker side, my curiosity, said stay. I turned on my torch. The light flickered between the trees. In the distance, on the path leading down to the shore, I saw bare footprints. The sand was wet. The footprints led to the sea, then suddenly disappeared. The hissing sound of the receding waves seemed to whisper in my ear, as if hiding something. I entered the toilet block. The door creaked. Inside, it smelled of damp and bleach. I looked in the mirror. My face was pale, but I saw a movement in the light behind me. I turned around. There was no one there. At that moment, a sound came from outside, the crackling of a fire. I ran to the shore. The moon had drawn a silver path across the water. At the end of the path was a burning campfire. There was no one there. I approached the fire. Its heat scorched my face. A metal cup stood beside it. I touched it. It was hot. The hope inside me said, help. My fear screamed, run away from here. A voice came from behind me, don't stay here. The voice was mine, it belonged to me. I froze. The wind suddenly stopped. The waves fell silent. Two sets of footprints appeared in the sand. One was mine. The other was coming towards me. My phone vibrated. I looked at my phone. It had no signal, but the screen turned on. A voice recording started playing. If you're listening to this, it might be too late. It was my own voice again. When had I recorded it? At that moment, the dark figure approaching from the shore became clear. It resembled me. The same coat. The same fearful gaze. If you leave, you will live, it said. If you stay, you will take my place. My feet moved backwards. The sand collapsed. The waves rose. The fire went out in an instant. The only thing I heard in the darkness was the last sentence whispered in my ear. This campsite isn't empty, it's just waiting for its turn. I immediately returned to my car and drove away. If it had been you, could you have escaped?